Right. So, last time, we went through basically what happens in the Crimson Fleet questline when you side with UC Sistef. And Delgado, we successfully persuaded him to come quietly and turn himself in.
Go! You've taken everything else from me. The least you could do is give me a moment of peace.
But what happens if we side with the Crimson Fleet? What happens if we, after securing Crix's legacy, what happens if we bring it back to the Crimson Fleet?
Carrying enough clutter there, or should we find some...
After we return to the UC Vigilance and get the... and let Commander Conde know that Delgado's turning himself in, we'll see what happens when we side with the Crimson Fleet.
So you disarmed the bomb.
They always fail.
Per our deal, you can tell your commander I will come peacefully. So you disarmed the bomb. Then, per our deal, you can tell your commander I will come peacefully.
For some reason, it's like the dead Crimson Fleet members, it's like I never looted their bodies, so I have to loot them again, but on the bright side, more loot. Alright, let's return to the Vigilance. Undock the key.
We're free and clear for flight.
Where exactly is the Vigilance? We dodged the solar rays of the key. What is going on?
Job, Renegade. The commander and the rest of the team are waiting for you in operations. Congrats.
So let's see what Commander Conde has to say. I do believe we have a few more pieces of evidence to turn into Lieutenant Toft. So let's board the Vigilance.
That was real impressive flying, kid. You earned your wings today.
Thank you, sir. I was just trying to do my part.
A lot of heroes on this day. Speaking of which, here comes one now.
Good work taking out those pirates, Renegade. You know, I had my doubts about you. Vanguard, volunteer force, figured you for a tourist. But then I asked myself, as spectacular as I am, can I do what you do? And the answer was an emphatic no. See, I'm a great shooter, but a straight shooter. And that wasn't going to win this war. What we needed was someone standing on their side, with a boomerang gun. We needed someone whose bullets curved. Tell that to the pirates you shot in the face. Because if I didn't know any better, they thought you were pointing the gun at moi. Anyway, you got a date with the commander. I figure he'll sprain something trying to pin the medals on your chest. But in all honesty, you deserve it. You're the top gun on this ship. After what you've done, I have no qualms relinquishing the title. The commander will probably want me chasing down stragglers. We'll see. For now, I'd say we've all earned a little R&R. You especially. Later, Gator.
This was a victory for the entire settled systems. Haha, we really took it to those pirate bastards, didn't we? Now that the fleet's done, I wonder where Mass will send the Vigilance next. There's a lot of bad apples out there. We did the galaxy a huge favor by ending the fleet. Word is you pulled the rug right out from under those pirates. Serves them right. Having you work with SysDef has been an absolute pleasure. You saved not only the lives on this ship, but countless others across the galaxy. Reclaiming the key was a long time coming. This was a victory for the entire settled system.
The Crimson Fleet is no more. We have you to thank. It takes a brave soldier to do what you did. You weren't just on the front line, you were a one-person army. I would have loved to see the look on those pirates' faces when they found out you were working for us. Your actions saved countless lives. You should be proud of yourself. There's still a lot of cleanup that needs to be done as we wind down this operation, but it's nothing we can't handle. It's finally over. We did it. We suffered minimal casualties thanks to you. They'll be talking about this battle in the history slates. It takes a brave soldier to do what you did. They'll be talking about this battle in the history slates. You weren't just on the front line. You were a one-person army.
Reclaiming the key was a long time. You saved not only the lives on this ship, but countless others across the galaxy.
You have permission to speak freely.
It's good to have you back.
I believe congratulations are in order. With this decisive blow, the end of the Crimson Fleet is all but assured. But as much as I'd like to begin this celebration, technically we're still in the process of wrapping up the operation. On that note, Lieutenant, what do you have for me?
Reports are coming in right now, Commander. Delgado and Shinya Voss have been taken into custody. Also, we've transferred personnel to the Key to secure the location until the United Colonies decides what they want to do with the station.
And what about Neva Mora?
According to our reports, Neva led the strike force that attacked the Vigilance. Unfortunately, that was the last we saw of her. It looks like she managed to escape. We don't know her current whereabouts, but I have our operations team looking into it.
That's fine. Overall, excellent news, Lieutenant. I have to admit, for the first time in 7 years, I don't know what to say. How about you? I know that was difficult. You hanging in there? I certainly would have preferred to have reached a resolution regarding her whereabouts. After all, she was the fleet's second in command.
Just watch your back. I'm fairly certain she's not going to simply forget what you've done to the Crimson Fleet.
Let's not ruin the moment, Gillian. I'm sure our friend here is feeling quite pleased. Am I correct? You should be. What you've done to serve the UC in this short amount of time is more than most people could hope to do in their entire lives.
If Mast isn't already printing up a batch of recruitment posters with your face on them, they should be.
I've twisted arms and cashed in some favors at Mast. I wanted to make sure you got a share of the money you recovered from the legacy. Call it a reward, a token of appreciation, whatever the hell you want. But you've absolutely earned every credit.
While it was satisfying enough to watch the Crimson Fleet meet its end, having an account brimming with credits is a pleasant bonus.
Well, yes, I believe it did. But even if the money is ever returned to its rightful owner, and I believe it will, eventually, I'm sure they'd agree you deserve your share. That's ridiculous. While it's true you've made some difficult decisions, they were all for the greater good.
I think they should have given you more, but hey, who am I to judge?
Decorum, Lieutenant? Damn, I'm going to be really sorry to see you go. You've really become an important part of our team. It won't be the same around here without you.
Although, if you feel like staying aboard, I'm sure I could give you access to the SysDef mission board. That is, if you can stand spending another minute with us on Vigilance.
I understand. You've done more work under my command than some law enforcement officials see in a lifetime. If you change your mind, the Vigilance will be stationed here at the Key for a while. We have quite the mess to clear up. Anyway, enough talk. You've earned a break, and I'm sure you wish to celebrate. Here's your promised reward. And wherever you might find yourself, my best wishes travel with you. I had a feeling you were different from the moment we met. There's no science behind it, just an intuition I've learned to trust. Still on hold until we can get the politics sorted. Some of the officials at MAST have brought up concerns about returning the legacy to a collective we were just at war with. And to be fair, their point is not without merit. Should we go to war, funds from the legacy could lead directly to the death of our soldiers. There is also talk that the legacy could be a bargaining chip in any future peace talks, and simply handing it over could cost us leverage. But regardless, two things will always be true. We will return the legacy to its rightful owners, and MAST will dictate the terms. I will likely take a moment for myself, and drink to those we lost in this fight. If not for them, well, we would not have made it this far. This is their victory, as much as it is ours. Their remnants are still scattered across the galaxy, including Neva Mora. And beyond the Crimson Fleet, piracy will always be an issue, so long as ships traverse unregulated space. In other words, it's not time to retire just yet. There is still plenty of work to do. Good luck.
The mission? I might do a tour of the Key myself later, just to bury the past once and for all. That's right, since you're no longer undercover, you now have full access to our mission boards, just like other special agents. You've proven that time and time again. Lending your talents to these smaller missions is still a big help. The person whose life you save might go on to help others. They may even end up on this ship. To that end, if you're in need of anything ship-wise, talk to me, and I'll have our maintenance crew take a look. No more bartering for scraps at the depot. You'll have full access to the best the UC has to offer. MAST will have the ultimate say, but we've petitioned to have it refurbished for SysDef use. But first, we'll need to perform an audit of the Key's overall condition. Most of the repairs done to the station weren't exactly up to standard. If the site is deemed not up to code, we're better off destroying it. That would also have political value, given the embarrassing history behind it. For now, we have a strike team dedicated to sweeping the area for explosives. Once they give the all-clear, forensics will come in to gather evidence. After that's done, then we'll start the audit of the station's condition. It's a process. Well done. So, Mr. Yasso is actually Lionel Soto. We thought Soto was dead. At least, that's what the records told us. I'll have the records updated, but seeing as Mr. Yasso has surrounded himself with the Crimson Fleet, there isn't much we can do. Yet. Have any more? Yeah, you're right. But there's no way this was a solo job. Shifting all those parts takes serious manpower. I'll send this to Mast so they can shake the tree a bit, see what falls out. Looks like Durand better start looking for parts somewhere else. According to my superiors at Mast, we've provided them enough data to wrap up this portion of the operation and call it a success. You've brought us a mountain of evidence against the Crimson Fleet and uncovered some unexpected criminal activity. You've done a hell of a job. Oh yeah, without a doubt. The brig is filled with prisoners waiting for trial. We've drained the Crimson Fleet's credits and solved a few mysteries along the way. I'd say that qualifies as making a difference. And believe me, it was worth every damn credit. Anyway, here. I wanted to give you this. It isn't from Commander Akande or the UC. It's from me. It was my sidearm when I ran with the Crimson Fleet. Something special I paid a hell of a lot of money for. Now it's yours. Not true. You gave me hope. That's the best present I could ever ask for. All right, enough of this mushy nonsense. Time to get back to work. The mission board should provide you with any... That's what I'm here for. Let's see what we can do.
This was a victory for the entire settled systems.
I can't believe it. We basically put an end to piracy. People are gonna be talking about this day for a long time.
We did the galaxy a huge favor.
You again? Interrogation complete? Good. Maybe I can get some rest.
Well, and I pride myself. Go ahead. Get your insults in now, while you can. I'll be a free woman soon enough. I've always been careful when it comes to my business, so don't be surprised when your case falls apart. At least you're honest about the game being fixed. Look, I don't know if you're here to get a rise out of me, but it won't work. I'll tell you the same thing I told your commander. I'm innocent, and I welcome the opportunity to prove it. The new Atlantis spaceport. The Swarm was surrounded the moment we touched down. Given all the heat around SY-920, I thought it best to land under an alias, but SysDef was already wise to the name change. Thanks to you, probably in some interrogation room back on New Atlantis. But they've been with me from the beginning. Good luck getting any of them to talk. No, you did yourself a favor. Let's not pretend we're friends. But you're wrong if you think I have ties to the fleet. That would be self-incrimination. No, you did yourself. But you're wrong if you think... Until next time, old friend.
Back to gawk at the creatures in the cave. Be careful around the fleet. They talk about family,
well,
but it's just
look
a
who
bunch
it
of crap.
is. Come down here to gloat? Absolutely. After all, you have to make sure that the notorious Crimson Fleet captain from Neon gets roasted alive by a UC adjudication committee, right? Hey, maybe you should sell tickets to the little zoo you've created on this ship, then everyone can point and stare.
Nice try, Rick.
Look around, you moron! I'm talking about this brig you're using to display us like trophies. See? That's exactly what I mean. Back on Neon, you pretended to give a shit about me. You could have ratted me out to pay you, but you didn't. Then, without warning, you yanked the rug right out from underneath me. You've been stringing me along like this is some kind of sick game. People don't do that to each other. And there's your true colors. Let's just cut to the chase, all right? If you want to come down here and ask me stupid questions, I can't stop you. But that doesn't mean we have to be friends. And that damn well doesn't mean I have to like it. Yeah, sure. Why not? Not like I'm needed anywhere else right now. I was drinking in Euphorica, and Micah warned me that UC security was scouring the city asking about me. I knew sneaking to my ship would be impossible, so I did the best I could to find somewhere to hide. Unfortunately, wasn't good enough. Sysdef caught me in a sleep crate and dragged me to the Vigilance. Oh, I'd bet you'd love to know. I got a good chunk of Generdyne's database before Bayou's goons ripped it out of the system. As far as what happened to it, there's no way I'm gonna tell you. Or anyone else at Sysdef. Maybe I'll keep that little nest egg for the bargaining table at my sentencing. Maybe not. Hope that drives you crazy. Are you out of your mind? I make my own choices, thank you very much. I don't need to be rescued by you or anyone else. Let's face it, the only favors you've done are for yourself. We're done? Good.
What do you want to talk about? You really pulled a number on me, Agent. Well done.
Finally, I've been waiting to speak to you. From our last encounter on Neon, I could tell you fancied yourself as a bit of a businessman, right? Well, I don't want to waste any time with small talk. Let's make a deal so I can get out of here. If you have experience in the corporate sector, then you know how to adapt. I find myself in this unfortunate situation, thanks to a terrible misunderstanding. That little conversation on your evidence recording, the one where I'm speaking to Estelle Vincent about funneling electrical components, that was part of a sting operation to discover how the Crimson Fleet had been siphoning goods from Generdyne's warehouses. Much like you've been working undercover, I've been doing the same. Ironically, we've been investigating the fleet from opposite sides at the same time. Well, I was trying to keep a low profile. I didn't want to tip off Estelle, so my operation was deep undercover. Very deep. So much so that there's no other personnel at Generdyne, nor a paper trail that can corroborate what I'm saying. Being in a similar situation, I'm sure you understand the value of keeping the operation quiet. I'm really running out of patience with you. So here's what I'm proposing. You spring me from the cell, sneak me off the Vigilance, and then take me to New Atlantis. In return, I'll give you my access card to a safety deposit box filled with millions of credits. Consider it compensation for trusting me. Listen, I'm stuck in this situation with no means to prove my innocence, thanks to you. The evidence on that recording means the UC will convict me, and I'll be sent to prison for a long time. I have no other choice but to run until I can find a way out of this mess. Damn it! I almost had you, didn't I? Must be losing my touch. Oh well. Look, I have friends in high places. I might be down for the count right now, but I'll be getting out of here one way or another. And when I do, I'm going to dedicate my entire life to making yours miserable. How's that for a deal? Now get the hell away from me. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I told you that we're done talking, so get the hell away from me. No, no. Get away from me. You brought me nothing but bad luck. Why are we talking again? There's no deal. There never was, idiot. Why are we talking again? There's no deal. There
I
never was,
believe
idiot.
I've already articulated everything I had intended to disclose to you. Good day. Perhaps you could provide me some space.
happens to these prisoners.
Delgado will likely stand trial to answer for his crimes. Given his record, I can't imagine he'll be standing for very long. I'm sure some of the others will interrogate. My job is to make sure none of them intimidate each other into staying quiet. Once we get planetside, we need to make sure the transport of these prisoners goes smoothly. The job's not truly done until their asses are parked in a maximum security prison. So it's true. All my life I've been led to believe the guards on the lock were heroes. But there was part of me that always doubted the story. Even as a child learning about the history from the slates. Thank you for bringing me this. I get that Crix is about as unreliable a witness as they come, but I believe him. Because it isn't just any history. It's my family's. If you open up a history slate and look up the name Garo Petrosian, you'll find a hero decorated in medals. Medals he earned for escaping the riots on Suvorov. For helping his fellow guards escape the riots. And maybe that part is true, but it conveniently skips everything that happened before that point. No one ever asks what prompted the riots. It was just criminals being criminals, and that was explanation enough. My great-grandfather, to be exact. He lived until the year 2297, 10 years after I was born. Maybe. I don't know for certain. But what I do know is when I remember the look on his face, it's never one of pride. The thing is, even as my family rode the coattails of our name, I always felt like something wasn't right about the story. And it always came back to that day in the yard, playing games with my brother. It's the only memory I have of my great-grandfather that sticks. I'd like to say no, but how can that be true? Pursuing a military career, the name could only help. I disagree. I can still picture everything about that day. The sun, the porch, and the yard where my brother and I played Prisoner's Run. It was a simple game. We drew a line in the dirt, and the object was for the guard to keep the prisoner from crossing it. But on that day, my brother came to the yard with an added surprise. He found a chest in the attic, filled with goodies. A baton, a uniform, and a medal to serve as prize for the winner. That was what we thought. We could tell it was old, but we didn't think it was actually important. But when our family returned, I knew something was wrong. My great-grandfather didn't say a word, but behind his eyes I could see it. The shame. No one said anything to either of us. But the next day, the uniform and the medal were gone. At the time, I never understood why he kept those things buried in the attic. Now, it all seems so clear. I appreciate the kind words. I suppose that's the lesson I need to take from this, even though right now, it's hard to feel anything but shame. Either way, thanks for talking this through with me. I don't know if I'll ever know what really happened on Suvorov, but at least now, I have something beyond the family myth. Never thought I'd have the... You're dismissed.
Crimson Fleet is no more?
Hey, Dayu. That stunt who pulled on SY-920 nearly cost my buddy their life.
What are you looking at me for? I didn't step foot on that station. But the person who did is right over there.
So, that's what happens when you side with the UC and return Crix's legacy to the UC. But now, let's see what happens when we side with the Crimson Fleet.
Crew recording initiated.
Well now, let's see. Another day's gone by. What's it been now? 6 weeks? Who the hell knows? Food packs from my ship are gone, so it looks like the clock's running down for me, and ESA wins.
External communication detected. Automated recording system activated.
Legacy, come in. This is Issa Meland. Are you there, Legacy?
Holy shit. Issa, is that you? Issa, I'm here. Yes, I can reach you.
Jasper Crix, you still alive? Always were one tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm alive. No thanks to you. A month? Really? You left me to sit here and panic for a month. We said you'd wait a week, tops.
Wait a moment. I think broadcasting from outside the EM field is interfering with my comms. Did I just hear Jasper?
Yeah. How about we cut the crap and you get my ass out of here? Come on, there has to be millions of credits here. We're rich.
You know what? I think I'm going to pass.
Warning, electromagnetic surge detected. This is
Temporarily placed me in charge of the fleet. Right then, I decided to make the job permanent. All I had to do was make some alterations to your sheeting plans. Mainly the footnotes where the lead technician mentions it needs more work. I even paid a tech to ensure a few of your ship's power connections were dodgy, just in case. Yet, look at you now. Frankly, I'm surprised those shields held long enough for you to make it power.
We need to get the hell out of here.
What the hell? You can't do this to me. I'm in charge of the fleet. How dare you?
Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I have everything. I'm in charge. You're dead. I've seen some story about you running off into the sunset. Very romantic. The fleet will eat it up.
You don't care about the credits. Isn't that what this is all about? The fleet is family. If we can't depend on each other, then what the fuck is the point?
You told you, Kenny. Already the legacy is a one-way journey. The technology
let's jump to the key. I can't imagine Sarah's gonna have a good reaction. At all.
Docking seal released.
Jumping to the key.
Must have been a good jump. We're still in one piece.
System still swarming us! All ships, take them out!
Target's jump system down.
You're messing with them fast, pirate! Stay on them! Make sure they don't have backup! We can't stabilize it! Take back, you bastards! You're not setting one goddamn foot in here! Quit flying in circles and get your ass aboard. We need to talk. Now.
Lack of love.
All right, don't stand there looking stupid. Everything's going to hell and Delgado needs you in operations. Not yet, but hey, if you stand here long enough, maybe we can just wait and see if their next attack wave does a better job. Yeah? Well, if we survive, I'll pat you on the back later. Ikande's throwing everything he's got at us, but we're planning on pushing his sorry ass all the way back to Jemison. That is, unless you want to keep standing here talking while the Vigilance puts its crosshairs on us. Is this important? We have an emergency going on, you know. What's the matter? You need someone to hold your hand? We've got other waves of sys-def ships jumping in, and I'm heading out to try to coordinate some defense. Don't worry about me. Just get up there and talk to Delgado. Now. You have no idea how tempting it is to tell you to hand it over to me. But then I don't feel like having Delgado hunt me to the ends of the galaxy. If we even survive this attack at all. Just bring it to him, and let's get this show on the road, okay? Let's see. Maybe because someone just brought enough credits to the Crimson Fleet to fund all of their operations for at least the next decade? Quit asking stupid questions and get your ass to Delgado before he has to start looking for you himself. Better hurry! Delgado's waiting for you.
You gonna keep a kill count? Everyone's gunning for the high score.
Damn SysDef couldn't just leave us alone, could they? The whole station's on high alert. We're getting ready for an all-out war. SysDef never learns. No one comes at the fleet and lives. At least, taking down those SysDef ships is a good way to blow off some steam. Bring them on. SysDef doesn't stand a chance against the fleet. This fight is going to be legendary. Bring them on. SysDef doesn't stand a chance against...
I don't know if you've heard, but SysDef's decided to pay us a little visit.
Took out that first wave, no problem.
Oh yeah? Well, it ain't just SysDef. They came with some backup. There's about 1 million great whites in those waters. At least, taking down those SysDef ships is a good way to blow off some steam.
You might find a deal or two here. If you can overlook the spatters of blood covering all the stolen goods, of course.
Is that it? That is Grix's legacy? Dios mío. I can't believe it's right here. Jazz, fire up the analyzer. Can you confirm?
It's true. You were right all along, Del.
You know, there were moments, doubts. I almost stopped believing it was real, that I was chasing ghosts. But then came that day on Subarov, and everything changed. And now, here it is. Grix's legacy. Our future. Of that, there can be no doubt. I get what you're saying, but we're not gonna be bankers. These funds will go to weapons, ships, and boots on the ground. Now, only one thing stands in our way. The vigilance. Speak of the devil. Jazz, what is the situation?
Looks like Ikande is starting to move.
Typical Sistef. The sharks are so bloodthirsty, they won't even give us time to bask in the moment.
You can hardly blame the man. After all, his worst fears just came to light.
They're afraid of us. With Grix's legacy in hand, Ikande knows we're unstoppable. It's a desperate move that's going to end with UC Sistef losing everything. The legacy is not going to keep us from getting killed. So yeah, this isn't the time to start handing out medals. Like I said, we'll celebrate and get drunk later. Right now, we have bigger problems. Those first few Sistef ships were only scouts, trying to confuse us and probe our defenses.
Which means they're playing it smart. They're gonna try to take out our defensive batteries before bringing in their big guns.
The batteries are the only thing we have with enough electromagnetic firepower to punch through the Vigilance's hardened shielding. We lose those batteries, we lose everything. Precisely, so we can't afford to screw this up. Jazz, lay the plan out for us.
We're gonna hold the fort here while you hop back into your bird and head for those... For optimal firing coverage, we're keeping them far from the key and each other. So you'll have to jump to each one individually.
You see any Sistef ships get within pissing distance of the batteries, you take them out. In the meantime, we'll secure Grix's legacy here and have Shinya begin cracking the encryption right away. He'd better, or we're screwed.
Don't worry, Shinya's the best. Ever since you started getting close to Grix's legacy, we've been refining his decryption algorithms. Buy him some time, and he'll get the credits flowing.
If I wanted you dead, I wouldn't take a chance that you might survive the battle. I'd shoot you in the head, right? As it happens, keeping you alive is going to end up being much more lucrative for everyone. Receiving a cut of those credits is the only thing that is convincing the fleet's captains that it's worth risking their own lives to defend the key.
Hey, if it's any help, you can count on one hell of a party when you get back.
Amen, Jazz. Once the batteries are online, we will start our attack of the Vigilance. We'll tear apart the shields, board the ship, and bring Ikande to his knees. No, we might not get another chance. The Vigilance will only be in range because they think we are defenseless. We need to strike quickly and then board the ship the moment their shields are down. If we wait too long, they'll have time to recharge. There's no room for doubt now. When you found the legacy, you erased all of it. Oh, and one last thing before you go. In preparation for the attack, Ikande arrested some of our people. While you're aboard the Vigilance, you might want to split. All right, that's it. If you have any questions, now's the time. Otherwise, good luck. Hurry up! Sistef is kicking in our front door. Only the idiots who are stupid enough to get caught. Like a few of our grunts that got drunk and passed out right near the Jemison jump point. Adler Kemp also got picked up at Sidonia. I don't know how they zeroed in on him, but the evidence is rock solid. Neon Security grabbed Estelle Vincent and transferred her to the Vigilance. I bet Bayu got a nice, juicy reward for the arrest. Juan Dayu was pulled into the Vigilance's brig too. UC goons must have traced her back to that little job the two of you did at SY-920. And not that it's a huge loss, but Evgeny Rokov was picked up when he was smuggling some contraband into Freestar space. If you can free any of them, I'm sure they'll be happy to pick up a gun and lend a hand. By itself, the Vigilance can't take us out. The real problem are all the escort ships interfering with the defensive batteries. I bet Ikandi convinced those assholes at Mass to risk a couple dozen ships to make sure we're destroyed before we put Crix's legacy to good use. Basically, SysDef is pushing in all their chips on this hand. And so are we. This is headed straight over to Shinya Voss. You'll plug it directly into the Reckoner's core and start decrypting the data right away. Knowing how fast he works, we should be swimming in credits by the time you get back from kicking SysDef's ass. If you let that happen, we won't have the firepower to punch through the Vigilance's shields. That means no more Key, no more Crix's legacy, and no more Crimson Fleet. That clear enough for you? Don't worry. We'll split the...
Got your hands full, huh? How can I help? In order to have maximum coverage for any possible approach to the Key, we've moved the batteries from their original positions. They're in orbit around Suvorov, but we shift their track from time to time to keep the enemy guessing. Pretty smart, huh? Yep, they were part of the station's original design. The UC built them to cover the lock, but they didn't even have a chance to fire them way back when Crix stirred up that riot. Since we're now using them to target the Vigilance, we're basically turning their own weapon against them. If you left 5 minutes ago, they'd still have you beat. Not gonna sugarcoat it, it's likely all 3 batteries will be offline by the time you get there. But those things are resilient. Just clear any SysDef ships, and I can get them back online. You just leave that to me. Nope, just keep SysDef from blowing the things to bits. I'm already working on remote connecting to them, but there's still a hell of a lot I need to secure the uplinks and charge them for firing. Buy me as much time as you can, and watch yourself out there. All right.
I don't know about you, but I think the welcome sign. Just give the word and we'll get underway.
We're loose.
Damn it, battery's not responding. System jamming my comms. You gotta take their ships out.
Load up that grab drive.
Drop some of that
All right, I've got a connection. Battery Alpha online.
Nice work. But we are not out of the woods yet.
Sysdef's running interference on Gamma. Can't establish a lock for remote repairs. Do something about it.
Target's jump system down. We've taken out their shields. They're not jumping out of here. Hang on a second. Well, reading multiple contacts here. Very pissed off flagship.
All right, this is it. All ships fall back! Defend the key!
Contacts incoming.
Crimson Fleet. This is Commander Ikande of the UC Vigilance. Surrender and prepare to be boarded. You heard him. Sysdef's here for a visit. All ships, show them how we do things around here!
Defensive batteries are ready to unleash help. I can't get a clear shot.
the
Board that
engines.
ship immediately!
Their shield
The
system is
Vigilance
damaged.
is ours, fleet! I want her intact!
Docking clamps engaged. See you inside, Rook.
All right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
Warning detected. Multiple contacts.
All decks, defensive stations. Drive them back! And shut off that damn alarm!
Primary weapons offline.
Well, go just stand there.
I'm sure they had something we can use.
You lead, I'll follow.
Let's move.
Decompression detected in the starboard cargo bay.
No going back now.
Not so tough now, are you?
You want to take the lead here?
Let's do this. pickings.
Condition red. All systems have sustained critical damage.
Potential hostile detected. Activating combat protocols.
Okay, that's it. Time to sell some of your junk.
This is as far as I go.
Might as well take what we can.
Bulkhead failure in Sector 8. Sealing secondary bulkheads.
Engineering section is just up ahead. You take the lead. Need someone to soak up all of their shots. We'll follow your lead. We're ready.
As long as the credits keep rolling in, life's good. Glad you're in the fleet. If you weren't, I would have killed you already.
Hey, I need you, members of Constellation Army, because... You're carrying too many odds and ends. Time to get some.
Diverting all available power to shields. Shields at 5%.
You seem really think SysDev scares us?
My God. I still can't believe you can do that.
All right, looks clear. Secure the area. Lock it all down.
They have taken the engine room. Fall back. Defensive stations.
Secondary generators have failed. Switching to aux power.
See if they've got any weapons or ammo.
Well, that's that. This little beauty isn't jumping anywhere now. What would you do without me? Come on. I really have to spell this out for you? A child would understand. No engineering means no grav drive. No grav drive means no grav jump. This ship isn't going anywhere. Get it? Or do I need to draw you a diagram? I'm not gonna stand here and have a pissing contest with you right now. I've got a ship to secure. All right, enough of this bullshit. Go on ahead and give Ikande my regards. I bet he can't wait to see you. I'll keep an eye on things here. This is your hunt. Go. I'll keep an eye on things here. This is your hunt. Go.
I think you need to get rid of some of that gear. suppose they're not going to need it anymore. If you're overloaded, we should stop and prioritize what we're carrying.
in the forward weapons bay.
much longer. That junk you're hauling is seriously slowing you down.
abandon ship. I repeat, abandon ship.
That there is no way I'm going to allow the Vigilance to fall into the hands of the Crimson Fleet. Why are you even bothering to talk? We should drop this asshole right now.
Lower your weapon, Jillian.
Are you out of your mind? Why?
It would be pointless. I have activated the Vigilance's self-destruct. It won't be long before this ship and everyone who remains aboard are going to be incinerated. Long enough to allow me to talk to you before we all die. Or what? You will kill me? You've already done that. The destruction of this vessel and the deaths of everyone aboard falls on your shoulders. Whatever caused you to side with these lawless pirates, I hope it was worth it. In the past, you speak in riddles, pirate, but I will tell you plain. Whatever your motivations, your actions make you a monster. I will kill you myself, but in light of what's about to happen to us, I suppose it doesn't matter.
Hey! Commander Akande didn't make me do anything. I chose to stay behind.
You see, that is called loyalty. A concept that you are obviously unfamiliar with. And why would I do that? Damn pirates. That's where you're wrong. Are you saying you'll spare her and my crew? I'm loath to trust you, but you also have no reason to. Damn you. No, I am not. You may be right. You win. You won't have any resistance.
All right, Commander. I lost some good friends today, so no tricks. Fall out of line. I put one in your head.
I don't care about you. I just want assurances that my crew will be spared.
You're breaking my heart.
Oh yeah, you're real tough with unarmed prisoners, Mora.
Jillian, please. This is not the time or the place.
Yeah, listen to your boss, Jillian, and keep your mouth shut. Now move! Both of you, now!
Is it really necessary for you to drag around all that gear?
Delgado's waiting for you back at the key. Might be a few stragglers hidden away. If so, we'll find them. Delgado's waiting for you back at the key.
Pressure normalizing. Undocking complete. All right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
Holy shit, man, we did it! We planted a flag on the goddamn Vigilance!
And did you see those Sysdef rats jumping off the ship?
I chased a few down. Can't let the captains have all the fun.
Speaking of which, good work, Rook. You killed it out there. We really did it, didn't we?
Good job, Rook.
Way to stick it to those sister
I got to
clowns,
shoot
Rook.
so many damn Marines.
They're gonna mark
It felt
this
like
day
my
down in
goddamn
history.
birthday.
What a
The
freaking
fleet
day,
of
am I
legends.
right?
I would pay a mountain of creds to see
Legacy
the
is
look on
ours,
Keithway's
and
face
no
when you
one can
showed
take
up.
it from us.
Today, the Crimson
You're the
Fleet
best
proved
damn
to the
pirate in the
entire
fleet.
galaxy
Hell,
we
the
are not
settled
to be
systems.
messed with.
You really changed things around here. I'm gonna drink to you. What a freaking day, am I right?
They're gonna mark this day down in history. The fleet of legends. We really did it, didn't we?
This was a total team effort. Top to bottom. Captain to Rook. I'm going to celebrate with a bottle of grog and all the chunks I can eat. This was a total team effort.
Rocking tonight.
Top
Way
to
to
bottom.
stick it to those
The
sister
legacy
clowns,
is
Rook.
ours, and no one can take it from us.
We not only got the legacy, but
Good
the
job.
vigilance is now ours too. What a payday!
We
We're
took
going
down
to be
Sister,
spending creds
and you
until
let
our
them.
hands fall off. I've never been prouder
Last
to
time
be
I
a member of
underestimated
the
Rook,
fleet.
ever. But you're hardly a Rook
This
anymore,
was a total
are you?
team effort.
We really
Top to
did it,
bottom.
didn't we?
Good job, Rook.
That's one hell of a souvenir you got there, pirate.
Ah, I figured we can use it for target practice.
What about the rest of you? Come back with any spoils?
I looted some weapons.
Picked up some creds myself.
I think I got, somebody's toothbrush.
Ah, why would you take that? Stopping Sysdef is going to bring until we meet again.
Way to stick it to
The
those
legacy is
Sysdef
ours,
clowns,
and
Rook.
no one can take it from us.
We got the legacy and beat down Sysdef.
The legacy is on. Be seeing you.
We not only got the legacy, but the vigilance. Delgado! Yeah! Legacy!
Yeah!
And for the fleet!
You son of a bitch, you did it! You actually pulled it off!
Didn't I tell you, Dale? I told you there was something different about this Rook.
Oh my god, Nave. You're so full of shit.
What? I just call it like I see it, Jazz.
Yeah, sure. I seem to remember your rant about that lousy rook and how you were gonna off that loser and take their ship. No? Shut up, Jazz.
Both of you, cut the crap and let me talk. All right, look. I'm terrible at this crap, so I'm going to spare all of us the stupid speeches and make this short. No, we're doing this now, and you are going to stand there and listen. When I took over around here, things were looking grim. We were hanging on by a thread. The only thing that kept the fleet intact was the promise that I'd find Crix's legacy and put us back on top. At the time, I was full of shit. I didn't know how the hell I was gonna make that happen. And as the years passed, my words started to wear.
We lost a lot of good people because they thought Dale was chasing ghosts.
She's right. That thread I was talking about, it frayed. Badly. But when you found that recording on Suvorov, the hunt reignited. You gave us the courage we needed to hold fast. Now that his legacy is where it belongs, we can become the pirates Crix always meant us to be. Thanks to you.
The struggle over Crix's legacy came at the expense of far too many lives. It's tragic that greed and desperation ruled the day. Oh, I can't wait to get my greasy little hands on that thing of beauty.
Get in line, Missy. You talking about my new ship there.
No one is doing anything to the Vigilance until I give the okay. For now, we're going to leave it at station keeping near the key until we decide how badly to trick it out. If you've left anything over there, you're welcome to head back and have a look around.
Yeah, you wish.
Unfortunately, Neva's right. This is a setback for the United Colonies. But now that the Vigilance is gone and Ikande is out of the running, they're not going to just forget we exist. It's only a matter of time before they try and cook up some new scheme to come after us. Except this time, we'll be ready for them. Well. You've certainly learned to fit right in.
What? No extra cut for the humble mechanic that made all of this possible?
Oh my God, lady, give us a break.
All right, let's get down to business. You want your money, and you're going to get it. A lot of it. Shinya tells me we have enough money from that haul to not only fix up the key, but purchase some serious firepower to pump up the fleet. Not to mention, pay off all the captains for sticking in there during our fight with Sistef. All that, and we'll still have plenty left over.
See, now you starting to sound like me. Next thing I know, you'll be trying on my clothes. Won't look as good in them, though.
You better not be flirting, because I might get jealous.
Okay, let's get this done. Before you head out and get drunk at the Nova, I want you to remember one thing. The fleet always comes first. There are still jobs to run, things to steal, and places to wreck. So celebrate, get wasted, then get back out there and make us some money.
Thanks for making me look good. I would have had to kill you otherwise. This is your hunt. Go. Damn, do you ever sleep? Aren't there roses you could be smelling somewhere? Look, I know what Dale said, but if you ask me, I think your next move should be to head down to the Nova and get yourself a drink. You've more than earned it. Are you kidding? You saved the fleet. I don't know if you're a captain, but you damn sure ain't no rook. And here's the key to prove it. No more sleeping in a bunk outside the Nova. You get a room, the gear, the whole nine. Congrats. I'm not gonna say I predicted this, but after the wreck job, I knew you were a keeper. I didn't tell you then because I didn't want it to go to your head. There's no containing it now, though. Hit me up if you got questions.
Just because we have the legacy doesn't mean things will be easy from here on out. With creds, come an even bigger target on our backs. Eventually they might try it, but they have the FC to worry about. Not to mention House Varun and all the other powers that be. Now, I didn't go to a fancy military academy, But even I know that fighting a war on 2 fronts is a bad idea. 3 fronts? You might as well raise the white flags. Already thinking ahead, huh? I like it. I won't lie. The idea of a pirate collective to rival the other systems sounds pretty good to me. But we'll save the expansion talk until after we get a full account of the war we just fought. I will say this, though. We have the Vigilance as our flagship now, so our armies are more mobile than ever. I will always appreciate what you have done for the fleet. Now get back out there, there's credits to take.
Now that we've got the legacy, I might work on a few personal projects. Oh, I have tons of thoughts. Forget the legacy. That's my prize. I want to pry that thing open right now and start tinkering. But Delgado might want to keep it intact to use as a warship. I told him if I break it, I'll just build him a new one. It's not like we don't have the money. Take care of your ship, she'll take care of you.
Really changed things around here. I'm gonna drink to you.
Now that you're a legend around here, I'm going to tell everyone it was me who recruited you. I have half a mind to follow you, given how your luck's run as of late. But at the end of the day, I go where the creds go. And right now, all the deals are being cut here at the Key. Why? Is there anything new worth stealing? Because it would have to be pretty tempting for me to leave the Key now. Not that shaking the Carl Fieldings of the world for loose change isn't its own kind of fun. But with the legacy, we're dealing with matters on a whole different scale. Catch you later.
Not even gonna bother comparing my kill count to yours. I know you put in work.
It's nice to know all that time piloting a luxury liner didn't soften my skills. After everything it took to get back in, I'd be a fool to leave now. And besides, there's history being made in this moment. Even if I had business elsewhere, it can wait. It's no different than any other business acquisition. We keep the name on the store, but the creds go to the fleet. We'll talk again later.
Thanks for doing all that stuff you did. If you need me, I'll be at the bar. Yeah, why not? There's no better place to spend your creds in, and we've got a lot of creds to spend. But on the other hand, the galaxy's a big place, and I consider myself an equal opportunity drunk. I am. The fleet, after all, knows how to have a good time. Anyone who doesn't, point them to me, and I'll have their pirate's license permanently revoked. There's an entire ritual for it. It involves a barrel, suspenders, and a very short plank. Later.
I'll keep an eye on things. We'll talk later.
And with that ends our journey with the UC SysDef and Crimson Fleet. I've never actually done the Crimson Fleet ending to the quest where you side with the Crimson Fleet and bring them the legacy. I thought it was really interesting, and the ship battle with UC versus the Crimson Fleet was really cool there, and defending the Key, and being able to actually explore the rest of the Vigilant ship was pretty cool also. Because when you just side with UC, you really don't get to see all that, so. Let's see. It should be this one. And also, Sarah did not get nearly as upset as I thought she would be. I thought she would be complaining the whole time as we were taking out SysDef, which was surprising.
We suffered minimal casualties thanks to you.
So, I believe there still may be a few more evidence slates left that we can collect, but I'm not too sure if we can turn them into Lieutenant Toft. But first we need to go and sell off a whole bunch of this extra weight we're carrying.
Jump complete. Normal propulsion restored.
Dan acknowledging incoming hail. Docking Bay 1 is free.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
If there's anything I can do for you, I hope we have what you...
storage while we scan your ship? And that's it.
Alright, so
Another day, another...
we're going to finish selling off the rest of this loot in our inventory, and then we'll see about the
You ask me?
rest of the
Traveling in Freestar collective space with that. I don't do payment plans or... Okay.
Sidonia is an industrial town. People there tend to...
The UC can't be that bad, can it?
I think you'll find that we... Here's what I haven't...
Wonder where this will all lead. Hey, I need... Members of Constellation are help. Because you're bending over backwards.
Why does she not like my behavior?
Been a long time. Feel free to drop... Just go away, will you?
I'm pleased you chose to visit us today.
What the Trade Authority looked... Now you're speaking.
Sidonia, isn't it? Glad to haul what... Take your time. No rush. Wonder where this will all lead. Want to see what I'm... Next time? Why don't you bother someone else?
Unregistered starship. We're detecting... Well, it's what we're not detecting that's an issue. What's causing that thing? You know what? Just hold still while we do the contraband check. Scan complete.
Not easy finding steady work. Always talk to Zaneta.
Holy crap. We made it to Gagarin Landing.
I told you, dumbass, it would work. Now get a load of the cargo manifest.
Whoa. The Kai of Terra's hold is stuffed. Why were they running heavy through this sector?
No clue. Lucky for us, we were out hunting when it exited jump space. The drive must have malfunctioned.
Holy shit. Look at the crew roster. They were also carrying 32 colonists. Maybe. I mean, maybe. We overdid it?
Whatever. He knew the risk. What? You growing a conscience all of a sudden?
Yeah, I don't know. Some of them were families, man.
If you want to walk away from this score, that's up to you. Me, I'm heading over to the bar to get blitzed. You coming?
Yeah, sure. I'll be there in a little bit.
Vanguard.
But this ship is starting to feel like home.
Udan responding to hail. You are cleared to dock. Welcome to Udan, acknowledging incoming hail. Docking Bay 1 is free.
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked. Docking seal released. Docking cycle complete.
Need some work done? We'll do our best.
I know we're not a priority.
We've detached. Let's get out of here.
I don't want to hear any complaints. Keep an eye on your valuables.
I can't believe Ron hopes today.
Hello.
All right, Neva went for it, so the plan's a go. The Crimson Fleet is gonna do a quick smash and grab on Hopetown. To get started, I need a layout of the settlement. Don't leave anything out. I want every guard patrol, junction box, mark down everything. When it's go time, I'm gonna need some kind of distraction. Maybe set off a mining charge or something. You know, keep security busy. You'll have at least a week's notice before we send in our ships, so that should give you plenty of time to get ready. All right, you wanted to be part of the fleet. This could be your ticket. Just don't screw it all up.
As vital as there was a time, I'll take any...
equipment, fresh from the factory, nothing but the best.
So you want Ecliptic to pick up the tab on, how many is it? 16, 17, 18 boxes of food.
No, this ain't food, man. This is survival. For deep space hops, this stuff never goes bad, and it's cheap.
At first I thought you were kidding, then I thought, nah, he's just taking the joke too far. Now I just think you're out of your damn mind.
Look, how about you buy half the shipment, try it out, pass it around, the stuff will catch on fast. Ecliptic will love it. Trust me.
How about you run back to the key and tell Delgado he can blow his food out of his airlock? We aren't buying.
Okay. 3 boxes. Heck, I'll throw in the 4th for free. Huh? You can't beat that deal, right?
Fine. If it'll shut you the hell up, load the 4 boxes on my rig, and let me get out of here.
Pleasure doing business with you, Toombs.
So with the final slate on Porima 3 at the Red Mile, that completes all the different evidence slates that can be gathered on the Crimson Fleet. Now, the only thing I'd like to see is if we can turn them into Lieutenant Toft. Otherwise, that's going to be the end of the UC Sys stuff in Crimson Fleet questline.
Hail acknowledged. You're clear to dock at docking port 1. The commander will be waiting for you in operations.
We have a clean dock, right on the money.
We did the galaxy a huge favor by ending the field.
It takes a brave soldier to do it.
Anything new to report? Nice work. I have to hand it to Neva Mora. The lady's thorough. That facility on Crete still holds a good bit of valuable resources and equipment. All right, can't do much with this one except pass it over to the military. Hopefully they stop denying the base's existence and do something about it. Have any more? The fleet's planning a raid on Hopetown? Okay. I didn't expect them to be so bold, but I suppose desperate times call for desperate measures. Don't worry. I'll circulate the description of this captain to the authorities on Hopetown and make sure they never set foot in that settlement. Have any more? Good. When SysDef stumbled across the wreckage of the ship, we were sure it was the Crimson Fleet, but we could never prove it. We found 32 dead colonists in that wreckage. Poor crew must have put up a hell of a fight. At least their families will now have some closure. Have any more? A hot tip, huh? What kind of idiot would dig in their heels waiting for a massive payout on some of the cheapest food in the settled systems? I've seen some strange things on this assignment, but this definitely tops the list. I'll, pass it on to my superiors. I'm sure they'll get right on it. Anything else? Okay, fine. I know there's more out there, so keep on it. We'll be here if you need us.
And I believe that is all the slates we can turn in to UC Sys stuff.
But it's nothing we can't handle.
For the Crimson Fleet questline.
Reclaiming the key was a long time coming.
Tomorrow we'll likely begin Shattered Space and finish up whatever miscellaneous quests we have after that. Any remaining activities, and then that'll be it for New Game Plus 5.
I would have loved to see the look on those pirates' faces